Didn't mean to minimize that. Okay. Alright, welcome on in to our twice a week Cinderella Phenomenon stream. Just because visual novel play for I'm reading a lot. Anyways, last time we left off, I knocked a lot of shit off my desk earlier. Last time we left off, we had just gotten cursed, and hopefully we will enter into Rod's route. Hopefully, I don't know. This might be a bit shorter. This will be a bit shorter. Just because this entire week's gonna be a bit shorter. So I don't know how far I can get. Anyway, let's go. Hey, wake up, girl. Huh? Where am... Ow, my head. You have some nerve sleeping in front of my shop. Leave before a customer sees you. I have to check my window real quick. Last time I had a brief period where it was like super zoomed in somehow. It looks good. I was in my room. How am I here? Did you not hear what I said, you filthy child? Filthy? You would speak to your crown princess in such a manner? If you're the crown princess, then I'm the queen. You must have been knocked on the head quite hard to have such grand illusions. I am not delusional. I am Placebo Britain, blood daughter of King Gennaro Britain III and Crown Princess of Angiel. Right, the king never had a daughter with that witch. Is she referring to my mother? Witch? Don't pretend to be stupid, girl. I can only stare at her, puzzled. Our good king only has stepchildren, Princess Emmeline and Prince Rod. And you are most definitely neither of them. What? Now get gone before you go spouting your crazy gibberish at my customers and scare them away. Checking volume levels real quick. That should be good. Should be good. With a huff, she leaves me to my own rapidly turning thoughts. I quickly realize that I am wearing tattered clothes and that I do not even have shoes on. No. This cannot be happening. Something shines against my chest and I reach up to grab it. It all floods back. Delora being a witch, Cinderella's glass slipper. This is not a dream. Delora gave me the fairy tale curse. My hands begin to tremble. I must return to the palace to speak with the king. Double checking. Yep, stream info is updated. I have gotten so many things wrong so many times that it just randomly occurs to me to check them. Let me in! Let me in! Sorry, girl, but this place is off limits to uninvited guests. You don't understand. I am Crown Princess Placebo Britain. I must speak with my father. As loath as I am to call him that, I have to. No one will believe me if I am addressing him by title. You best leave now, and nice and quiet before we have to force you. Oh, what's the cat's doing? If you would only make way for the king. The gates swing open and 3 horses trot out. Soldiers ride 2 of the horses, while the last horse has a different familiar rider. Father. I immediately moved to block the path of his horse. The soldiers moved to hold me back. Your Majesty, what is this? Your Majesty, the girl is claiming to be your daughter. Daughter. Both of my stepchildren are in the palace right now. What? Even father is a part of this. Father, you must help me. A witch has cursed me. For once in your life, just once, help me. You must believe me. Tell me, where's your family, child? Why are you alone? I need to practice expanding my vocal range because I can't try to deepen my voice without yawning. He looks at me with pity in his eyes. He's looking at me more kindly as a peasant than he ever did when I was the crown princess and his daughter. I recoil. You must be hungry. Take this. This should feed you and your family for a day or two. The kingdom offers work opportunities to those that need them. Please let your parents know. I do not want your pity, Father. Please escort this girl back to her home. Make sure she gets there safely. At once, Your Majesty. I watch as my father and his 2 guards ride away on their horses, leaving me to stand in their dust. He left me alone. Again. Where is your home, girl? There is nowhere left for me to go. Father has forgotten me. Leave me. Now look here, our orders were to leave me alone. Suit yourself, can't say we didn't try. Don't cause any more scenes, little girl. I watched with bleary eyes as the soldiers returned to the palace. How can this be happening? I stare at the small pouch in my hands. At least we have money. We're going to need that. I do not know what hurts more. The fact that I have just been unceremoniously paraded away from my home like I am nothing more than a piece of garbage, or the fact that my own father does not recognize me. Oh, look at that girl's hideous dress. How difficult it is to be poor. I clutch the pouch closer to my chest as I run into an empty alley. I huddle in a corner trying to become as small as possible. I squeeze my eyes shut, hoping that when I next open them, everything will be back to normal. A dream? No matter what happens, you must not leave the palace. Why? The world is cruel. People will only ever hurt you. But they're always so nice to me. It is only because you are the crown princess. They will only ever think of what they can take from you. I am trying to protect you, my love. That is why you must never leave the palace. Never leave, mother. I am the only one who will ever love you so much. Do you understand? I Understand. Chapter 1. I'm always confused about the pronunciation. Is it Marcan? I think that's right. When I open my eyes, I am still in the streets. I must have fallen asleep. But the nightmare continues. I am cold in my rags. I hold myself for warmth, willing some of the cold away, but fail. My feet are numb and in pain, caked in a dirt that I have gathered from walking barefoot around town. Well, there's a frightful sight. Beggar probably thought that he could try her luck with the nobility that live around here. God, I really have no vocal range. Just look how ragged she looks. Wait, what's pressing? Hold on. What are you looking at? At two women that lack the basic manners of noble upbringing. Silence, girl. Do you know who you're talking to? No, and I don't care. What nerve! Let's just go. There's no reason to stoop to a commoner's level. I will remember you, and once I break this curse, I will make you regret your words. I become acutely aware of the fact that I have not eaten anything for almost a day. I have been sitting here, thinking on the new mess that is my life. But moving around will not break my curse. Crying will not help either. I should find that witch first, but how? I have no idea where she is. Delora, I swear I will make you regret doing this to me. When I find you, I will find food first. Is this all the king thinks I am worth? Leave, girl. A dirty peasant like you has no place in this restaurant. Why? I can pay. Find another place. You're scaring away my customers. Am I not a customer? Shoot, there's nothing for you here. He just swatted me away like a fly. The nerve. Sensing that this will get me nowhere, I ball my hands into fist and walk away. Get the same treatment at the next free restaurants I try. I'm treated as something less than dirt, like my money has no real value. I am the crown princess. They have no right to turn me away like this. I have been eating stale bread, anything to keep the hunger at bay. And bread barely helps. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a small bakery. There are croissants on display that make my mouth water. Slowly, I begin to make my way over there. Ow. My feet ache with every step. They look and feel even worse than before. No. Oh, there we go. If only I had enough coins for a pair of shoes. Food is more important. If the rag that I'm wearing and the pouch money are all that I have, then I need to prioritize. And I will die before I beg. 2 croissants. You'll need to pay, girl. There are no free handouts here. I take a coin from my pouch and hand it to her. This should be more than enough. Michelle, hop on her, stares at the coin before reluctantly taking it. She hands me 2 croissants in a paper bag. I will not ask where you got those coins. Are you implying that I stole them? How else would a beggar like you get that amount of coin? Now be off with you, child. I won't have you scaring away any of our customers. Without another word, I turn and start to walk away from the woman. So this is the goodness of the people of Angio. I take a bite out of one of the croissants, cringing a little at the dryness. Hey girl, what now? We saw you at the shop. Want to share how you got your coins there? Excuse me? Look at her brushing us off like she's royalty or something. Let me go. You ain't no better than us. Now be a good girl and hand over that pouch. The man on my left grabs at my pouch and attempts to get away from me. I will not let these brutes take anything from me. I elbowed the man in the stomach, then aim a kick at the other man's shin. I am muting. My sister had to come out and throw something away real quick. I have an opening and I take it. What? I pull myself free and begin to run as fast as I can. Hey! Where do I go? I'm not familiar with the streets at all. It's highly likely I'm just going to hit a dead end. Where should I go? We save scum in this household. Let's try right. Hey, this way. You're... No time to talk, princess. How do you know who I am? There's another one. Stop running, you two. Come on. The boy grabs my wrist and pulls me after him. He takes off with a sudden burst of speed, and then I am running even faster than I just was. I'm not entirely convinced that following him is a good idea, but at least the boy seems to have a better sense of direction than me. Oh! I run and causes rocks in the pathway to come loose, and before I notice him in my path, I step down hard on him. A sharp pain shoots up into my foot, and I collapse onto the ground. It hurts. Princess. I need to take a sip of water. I had to take a sip of water. I try to stand, but the pain in my feet is unbearable. I fall back down into the dirt with a gasp. I can't. We've got you now. Just hand over your coins and neither of you will get hurt. I won't let you touch her. Huh? Says a little boy. Well. What is this ghastly sight before me? Two adults threatening a child and a lady. How very ungentlemanly. What are the likes of you even doing around this neighborhood? You asking to get fleeced? Asking? Perhaps I am in the mood for a scuffle. Clicking on shit by accident. The nobleman brandished his sword, his expression confident, made me even cocky. I'm trying to remember exactly where I put my voice in my limited capacity for him. I'm so sorry. Show me what you've got, sirs. And please don't bore me. Who are these people? I ain't dealing with this for the money. He's got a sword. What? Come back here, you coward. The two of us can take him. I think your friend has the right idea. I'm not the type to show mercy. This is way too much trouble for a little gold. You're late. Sorry, kid. You know how hard it is for me to be invisible around here. Wait, what did you just call me? Any small one. These two know each other? I don't even know what's going on anymore. I feel ill. My head is pounding and my feet feel simultaneously like they are frozen and on fire. My stomach rumbles with the hunger coming back with a vengeance. My body feels light. Hey, princess. Princess, calm down. Parfait will be able to help her. But for now, we need to move before anyone else sees us. Yeah. Oh, nice. Crystal on the upper right corner indicates you made the right choice for a particular love interest. Each color corresponds to a certain love interest. They also appear belatedly after you make a choice, so keep your eyes and ears open. Don't worry, you're safe now. Everything's fading. A dream? What is that in your hand, Sibo? It was hurt. I just wanted to help it, but it died. It's all my fault. It is not your fault, my love. It died because it was weak. But this is the world, Sibo. Only the strong survive. The weak get cast aside and die. You are not weak. You are strong, my crown princess, and you do not cry. Now wipe your tears. I don't want to see you cry again. Do you understand? Yes. Now get rid of that thing and wash your hands. Did you not hear me, child? Yes, mother. Oh, you're awake. Where am I? Well, this isn't my room. My hand flies to my chest where the little glass slipper hangs from my neck. Still here. Are you okay, miss? This girl is the maid that tore Dolores' dress, the one I fired for her clumsiness. Miss? To think that I would meet her again here, like this. Leave me alone. Right, of course, here's some salve I made for you. It'll help with the pain. Now what? Haven't fought at all, have you, Ice Princess? You. Suddenly, there she is. Dolores stands before me with a snide smile, looking happy with herself. She's the cause of everything I have been through. All the pain, heartache, and hunger. It's her fault. I try to stand, thinking to give the witch a piece of my mind, but as soon as my feet touch the floor, pain shoots up my legs. I end up falling back to the bed. Ow! You should be more grateful to the girl you just scared away. She's been taking care of you for the past 2 days. 2 days? I've been passed out for 2 days? I am suddenly vibrating with anger. Remove the curse. Now. Ha! Do you think you can just command me to remove the curse in your best princess voice? What do you want, gold? What I want is worth more than all the gold you could summon in Angio, princess. Besides, haven't you read your fairy tales? The caster cannot take a curse back. You need to focus on breaking the curse yourself if you want your life back. Mother burned the books before I could read more than one or two of them. I do not think either involved curses, just genies and trading away your voice for legs. That will help us, actually. It's good that you're awake, Princess. How are we on time? Oh, we're actually very good on time. Parfait, should you really be up and about? Don't fuss, I'm feeling much better. Are you a witch as well? Oh no, my name is Parfait and I am a fairy. A witch and a fairy in one room, being friendly with each other? Impossible. Oh, look at her face. You weren't expecting that at all, were you, Princess? What's going on? I'm sure you have many questions, Princess. I will not answer them. How do you know I am the princess? Don't be silly. She's a fairy. Of course she knows. I promise we'll do our best to answer your questions. I don't even know where to start. What would you like to know? No, that's not... Turn... I think it would make sense if we could ask all these, but just in case. Seriously, you're really going to ask that? I wouldn't have asked if I knew the answer. You have such a temper on you. Very well. This one's got a simple answer. You're a fucking bitch. It's because you're a cold-hearted, cruel, wicked princess who deserves to be punished. Delora. A curse is the only way to force you to change your horrid ways. Delora, you could have put that more nicely. I'm pretty sure I was already being nice. I didn't use a single swear. Change? Why do I need to change? Are you completely unaware of how heartless you are to other people? The coldness you show to your stepfamily and your father? The way you treat sorry? Okay, I read those ones. The way you treat Princess Emmeline. Why would they need to be treated any differently? You need to prove that you have some goodness in you, Princess. Some smidge of kindness. Why? People only show you kindness when they want something from you. The instant they get what they want, they'll just throw you away. Okay, so we can't ask this. The necklace you got is one of Cinderella's glass slippers. No, I didn't mean to do that. To break the curse, you must get the second slipper. Complete the pair. And how do I do that? By doing 3 good deeds. What? It's a very easy thing to do. At least for someone who knows how to be good. 3 good deeds. What does that even mean? I wouldn't even know where to start. Take heart, Princess. Take heart, Princess. Goodness is innate in everyone. I really need to stop mixing these two up. Are you sure that's the case with this one? Delora, you're not helping. I I'm a witch, and I think I have more goodness in my big toe than she has in her entire body. Now you're just being mean. For every good deed you accomplish, you will get a piece of the glass slipper. When you've gotten all freed, you'll complete the pair and the curse will break. Simple. I suggest you start by polishing that attitude of yours. I think you know the answer to that one already, Princess. To answer that, we'll give you a bit of a history lesson. Oh, I've got this. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. Dramatics aside, there was one crystal in the kingdom called the Crystallum Lucis. It is powered by happiness and love. The other is the Crystallum Tenebrarum, powered by fear and anger. The strongest of the witches is the Tenebrarum bearer. The strongest of the fairies is the Lucis bearer. Parfait is the Lucis bearer. I take in Parfait's frail and sickly appearance. She's the strongest fairy? The Great War greatly damaged me. My powers are a fraction of what they used to be. And with no child, I have no successor to my burden. What does a bear do? The bearers regulate the energy of the crystals and the bears regulate the energy of the crystals and keep the balance between darkness and light. For centuries, the fairies and the witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. Until a certain human decided to be a pest. Who was he? I knew him as Hans Gabriel Grimm. He wrote the fairy tales. And he started a feud between the witches and the fairies in the process. How could a single person have so much power? It was the power of his words. In Grimm's stories, the witches were always evil. Humans naturally grew to fear and hate them. They began to hunt them. Didn't the witches fight back? We aren't allowed to use our powers to cause harm. That all changed when the Tenebrarum bearer decided revenge was more important than our promise. The witches took over the kingdom. They created the fairy tale curse to spread even more sadness and anger, to fill the human heart with negative emotions, all to fuel the power in the Tenebrarum. The delicate balance of harmony between the crystals was broken. Witches in the Tenebrarum grew far stronger than they were ever meant to be. We had no choice but to fight. And then the Great War happened. The Tenebrarum bearer was eventually defeated. The Great War was ended with the help of an unexpected ally, but many lives were lost. The good witches suffered horribly. We still have to stay hidden in hopes of having any kind of peace. Are you trying to make me believe that there are good witches? The Tenebrarum can poison a heart and mind into darkness and cruelty. The witches put themselves at risk in working with the Tenebrarum in maintaining harmony. Some, inevitably, are corrupted. Many good witches were corrupted during the war. Most remain that way. Go. Many do not believe it, but witches can be just as kind as fairies. And yet it wasn't a fairy that cursed me. I've done a good by cursing you, princess. You'll thank me when you've broken it. Delora was not corrupted by the Tinderworm. She is as good as they come. Hopefully you'll come to see that for yourself. I doubt it. Apart from my own inherent goodness, Parfait and I are working together because we have a common goal, which is to restore the balance between darkness and light. 3 good deeds and I get my life back. Easier said than done. You said Cinderella, didn't you? Didn't you just go to a ball and find a prince? What does doing good have to do with that? Going to a ball, finding a prince is also old-fashioned, no fun in that. Cinderella is a girl with a pure heart. She's always willing to help others, even when they are cruel to her. Anyway, I have brought some clothes for you. I'll leave them on the table. We'll be waiting outside. There are some people I'd like you to meet. I cannot believe this. I look down at my neatly bandaged feet. I have to admit them will sore. They are nowhere near as painful as they had been 2 days before. Here's some salve I made for you. It'll help with the pain. Why would she even care? I was the reason she lost her job at the palace. Oh, she probably doesn't remember me as a princess. But still, she has no reason to do such things for me. I ignore Nacelle for the time being and gingerly stand up, testing my feet for pain. The injury is definitely healing. I slowly walk over to the table and change into the clothes that have been left there. The dress is nowhere near as luxurious as the ones that I wear in the palace, but still it is far improved from my rags. It's a cute outfit. Come on. Just give him a little something. All my life I never had to lift a finger, and now I will not let them see how much they have rattled me. I refuse to break. Just watch me. I will free myself from this curse. What is this place? There are several people in the room chatting amicably with each other. I noticed a girl that had left me by the cell by the counter serving drinks. But as soon as the people in the room notice me, the room falls into immediate silence. Well, look at what we have here. The Ice Princess herself. Huh? They know who I am? I didn't think it was true. Cursed for her cold-heartedness. As to be expected. You remember who I am and yet you still treat me like this? Well, you aren't really a princess anymore, are you? You're one of us now, girl. Everyone, please, you shouldn't be treating a newcomer like this. Princess, let me apologize. They mean no offense. I cannot believe that, not when the people Parfait is referring to simply smirk and shrug as I meet their gazes. What is this place? Welcome to the Marken Tavern, a home for those with the fairy tale curse. You make it sound like some kind of holiday house. Don't ruin my moment, Delora. Marken. tavern? The Marcan was built 3 years ago when the number of cursed in Angio continued to rise. The goal is to capture those affected so they might help each other break their curse. Of course, I am also here to provide help as necessary. Only the cursed and those allied with our cause can stay here. The evil and the wicked can never find this place. Most of the people here are cursed. How come these people remember who I am? The cursed are not affected by the conditions of someone else's curse. Your condition is simple. Everyone has forgotten you were the crown princess. But because these people here are cursed, they still remember your title. It goes without saying that fairies and witches are also not affected. Come, princess, let me introduce you to the few boarders we have at the Marcan. Maybe I can send the serving girl over. This is Anise. She helps out at the Marcan and does most of the cooking. I'm sure you understand why she's working here now. I believe she deserves an apology. Miss Delora, what are you talking about? Don't you worry your sweet little head over it. You don't remember what this ice princess did to you. Huh? I have nothing to apologize for. Clumsiness does not befit a palace maid. I only did what was necessary. Stop clicking on things. Well, it's nice to meet you, Princess. I'm Anise Willow. I hope we get along. Really? Is this how you're going to start doing good? I don't believe I asked for your opinion. You two, please, no fighting. I hold my tongue as perfect leads me to two people whose faces are incredibly familiar. They are faces I've seen in the palace before. This is Jurian Valiant and Garland Belrot. How'd you know? Both of you were in the Order of Caldera. That's right. They were two of Sir Alcaster's best knights. It was a big surprise when they both left a year ago. I only found out recently that it was because they acted against Sir Alcaster's orders. About 6 minutes. They were stripped of their titles and dishonorably discharged from service. What are you two doing here? We help the fairies. They and Anise are exceptions and are allowed to in this tavern without the curse. Jurian and Garland lend us their strength to help protect the Marcan. Protect? From the witches. They'd do anything to make sure their curses remain unbroken. And what about you? I am an exception. Also, I'm good. You keep forgetting the good part. Remember, not all witches are evil. Your curse is a test. A test. Originally, the wicked were cursed so they could learn to change. Their curses were meant to teach them a lesson. I'm hoping your curse will teach you a lesson too, Ice Princess. I really am only trying to help you. I don't need you to show me how to change. I just want my life back. Well, to do that, you'll have to break your curse. Try and make some friends, princess. They might be able to help you break your curse. Oh, I'd love to hang around and watch the princess try to be friendly. We have work to do, Delora. Fine. Try not to make any more enemies, princess. Venus and Parfait and Delora leave the room. The temperature drops several degrees. Now that I am alone, I feel the cold stares return. Disgust, contempt. As if I am the reason they are cursed and had to take refuge in the market in the first place. Make friends? All I've ever had are my dolls. I have never needed friends. I will break this curse on my own. I was told it was rude to stare. One man suddenly stands up, the anger apparent on his face. His hands clench and unclench into fists as he glares at me pointedly. Jurian and Garland place themselves in front of me, shielding me from the man. You know the rules. What happened in the past stays in the past. And no one's allowed to harm anyone else in the Marquette. If you cannot comply, you are no longer welcome here. No matter, the Ice Princess will get what's coming to her. He throws one last glare my way before sitting down again. Break the rules and you'll get what's coming to you. That goes for everyone here. Jurian's tone is cold and firm. There's no doubt she means what she says. It's that one's Jurian, that one's Garland. Got it. So these are the great knights of the Order of Caldera. The Marquette begins to settle down and everyone eventually goes back to their conversations and meals. I walk toward an empty table, realizing that I'm being deliberately ignored. I become immersed in my thoughts as I sit down. One thought, however, comes to me immediately. They hate me. They hate me somehow, when I've only ever left the palace twice in my life. How did this happen? The only people who treated me with any respect were our niece, Jurian, and Garland. Is it because they cannot remember who I am? Maybe being in the Marquette is not such a good idea. I doubt anyone here wants to help me break my curse. They'd probably rather see me suffer under its weight. Free good deeds. How am I supposed to complete free when I do not know if I can even accomplish one? May I... My alarm's about to go off anyways. I think I nailed down remembering what voice I gave. It was close to like the one for the mother. I'll just remember that for Thursday. Anyways, have a good evening, day, night. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Bye.